glad to have you with us from Bloomington, Indiana, Memorial Stadium. Today, conference bragging rights on the line in this SEC Big Ten clash. It's the Auburn Tigers and the Indiana Hoosiers. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rose, some interesting storylines setting up in this one.
Thank you, guys. I have checked in with the Tigers head coach here pregame. This team has continued to shine, and he said his message to them in the locker room before the game was, this is our opportunity. They were not ranked to start the season and have continued to play their way into the conversation, but every week gets a little harder. He wants intensity and focus right out of the gate to prove to the world we belong, and we're going to keep making noise this season. Back to you guys.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. Auburn will kick off to get us underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Beebe. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And here's what you know about Indiana football. They're going to be physical. They're going to be so well coached and disciplined, and they're going to run the football. It was the key ingredient to helping Fernando Mendoza win a Heisman, like the ability to RPO off of it. So, Palmer, I don't know who the names are going to be throughout the season, but I know they're going to run downhill, no nonsense, and they'll have a guy that they'll hitch their wagon to.
Yeah, everybody talking about losing Mendoza, but Black and Hemby were a big part of that thing, too. I think the offensive line, though, was key to it all. And anytime you have two 1,000-yard rushers, it's because the guys up front are pushing people around, and that was the secret sauce to Indiana's Cinderella run a year ago. So up front, these guys have to continue to dominate. They'll reload the backfield through the portal, through recruiting, but it all starts and stops with the big fellas pushing people around. That's going to be the key for them on offense. Well, they try to throw for it there on third down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. The run inside. It's Cobb. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. Trainers are out there having a look at this freshman defensive tackle to see if he is going to be able to continue. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Brown will throw it. And they can't make the connection.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Running inside, it's Cobb. On his feet at the 40. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Might as well give it to him again.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking outside, it's Cobb. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Brown wants to pass. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And that one's too high and too wide, out of bounds and incomplete.
Really good job by the defense taking away the deep ball. Remember, you can roll those corners up, or you can roll those corners back. You want to take away the deep off, keep them back deep. You want to take away the shallow stuff, bring them up tight on the line of scrimmage.
Oh, and the attempt is no good. And after the miss, guys, the score stays right where it is.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Beebe. Maybe a crease. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
That's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
To the air on first down. He's got his man. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs.
And obviously, huge shoes to fill if you're Indiana's offense this season, having to replace a Heisman Trophy winner in Fernando Mendoza, David. And it's not going to be easy. And obviously, you go to the portal and you try to bring the next guy in. But honestly, when you look at Indiana's quarterback play, it goes even beyond Fernando Mendoza to Curtis Rourke the year before that. They have been so consistent at this position as of late.
Yeah, and I think with Indiana proving who they are now as a program, like if you come here as a quarterback, you're going to have success. You're going to take a leap, a Fernando Mendoza type leap, right? Like when he was a good player, he became a great player. So people are going to continue to line up to play in a smart, efficient offense where you're going to have a lot of success.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Dropping back, it's Hoover. They get to him as he throws. Another incompletion on third down.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
No good. After the miss, no change in the score. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They missed a chance to put up 3 points the last time they had it, and now to try to get a score on this drive. Might be looking to run. Going to try to get it himself. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
Looking downfield on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, I think this quarterback just has to be careful with his decision-making. Yes, he's one of the most talented guys in the country, but early in this game, we're now seeing him throw the ball into double coverage. He's very lucky.
Maybe some room here. the 20. He's at the 10. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn.
I know it's early this year, but it's obvious this guy is a focal point in this offense. After having 2 touchdowns in his first game, he gets on the board here. Doesn't matter where he lines up. They find ways to get him the football, and defenses just have not been able to figure him out.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. To the air, it's Hoover. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
And that's a really good play by this defense because you want to run a screen offensively when they're blitzing. When they bring pressure, you can throw it right over the top, get it to them, get some space, but they stayed home just enough there to make.
Makes a grab on the shot. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
Really nice poise by the quarterback on that throw. He's obviously backed up deep in his own end. He knows he can't take a sack, but all of his focus is downfield on coverage. He finds the matchup he wanted, and it's an explosive play for the offense through the air.
He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. And the Hoosiers have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. They want to run this quarterback. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays, and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner, just exhausting.
And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the period, and Auburn has the lead. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Beebe. Nowhere to go. Same song, second verse, as this defense is ready for this guy.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore.
Snags it, and there's running room. He's got it out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 6-yard line, and this defense has to be reeling.
And we always go back and we look like, what was the play of the game? Those moments that were so big, that was huge for this offense, man. Already trailing in the football game, 3rd down and long situation to get that conversion and now get 1st and goal. A chance to cut into this lead. Really nice, big, opportunistic, timely play for this offense.
He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the...
To the end zone, and is picked off. He's at the 50. At the 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Tiger! Took it all the way back to the house.
And there's something you don't see often. A 100-yard interception return for a touchdown. As a quarterback, you know those windows are really small to throw into. And if you don't throw it on time, it's going to get at minimum tipped, maybe picked. That's the worst possible scenario for a quarterback. What a play by the defense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Hoosiers offense all set and ready to crank things up. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like...
Breaks into the open. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's first down from the 44. Looking to throw, it's Hoover. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
Zings it complete to the right. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On the option. He'll toss it. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. The Hoosiers are threatening on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at second and goal.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
And after getting stopped on that second down, don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on third.
This whole red zone offense thing has been a little shaky. They've been stopped twice already. Maybe they ought to try to score from deep. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
Fourth down here. It's still early in the game. I'm not chasing points. Take the field goal, pay this drive off.
And they have analytical cards nowadays that says the exact situation, what the score is, do you go for it or not? Look at the card, make the decision.
It's good. He's going to hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. Are forced to settle for 3.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking for space. It's Cobb. Just gets it to the 20, a pickup of 1.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Brown will throw it. Catch in the middle, it's Nimrod. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Set up for the first down play, and they're going to call a timeout and talk it over instead. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. The run inside, it's Cobb. He's stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's first down. There's a rich tradition of running the football at Auburn from James Brooks, Joe Cribbs, Bo Jackson, Cadillac Williams, Ronnie Brown. They love to find a tough running back to feed the rock.
Such great history, such great lineage of ground and pound and great athletes, and it's just a physical mindset of Auburn, and they're always that team that wants to run the football.
Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. This time he wants to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
Well, man, this quarterback is fast. And you saw that on his ability to scramble around, but he wasn't fast enough to outrun that hit. And it was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. That's reeled in. It's Johnson. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Quarterback extends the play. Slings it downfield. On target to the left. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down.
I think you're seeing the chemistry between these two guys on that last play, right? Quarterback's on the move. He's got to find his big fella. He does a great job of finding the soft spot in the defense and settling down. He was a stationary target for his quarterback on the move, and that really helped him pick up that first.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Quarterback keep. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short.
Nice job there by the QB on the zone read because he's watching the D lineman, and he knows he has to keep the football, and then he right away takes it upfield to get some positive yards.
Auburn calls it 2nd of 3 timeouts. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. Has it. They will score. Touchdown, Auburn.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
And he made the extra point without problem. He'll bring it out. No idea what he could have been thinking to try to return that one, and they stop him at the 7. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Looking to throw, it's Hoover. Got a man, it's Shot. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Hoosiers take their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Some misdirection with the counter. He'll have enough for the first down. They'll maintain possession. We'll see if they're happy enough just to let the clock run out. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays on 1st down from their own 22. They'll ride the hot hand. There's some room. Good game there. Picks up the first down, and now maybe this offense attacks before the half. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here.
And when your offensive line can plow holes like that and you can get over 10 yards a carry, like, we don't need to complicate this. Like, this is a very simple form. Be more physical. Hand the football off. That's a great job in back-to-back plays for this offense.
Across the 45. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49. A big pickup there. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Fellows, welcome into our EA Sports Studios here in Orlando, the Week 2 edition of our College Football Update Show. The first game we'll take a look at will be Duke taking on the USF Bulls. And it's the Blue Devils looking to make it 3 straight victories to start the new year. So far, so good. They lead this one in the first half. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Trying to set the tone with the run. Turning it on! He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
That's another big run, and that's not surprising, honestly, guys, considering how much success he had in the first half. He was running wild against this defense, so let's not change anything. Let's just go back out. Let's pound the rock, pound the football, and really threaten this defense and force them to have to tackle us.
They're going to ride this running back. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. And the Tigers are in the hurry-up.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Brown wants to pass. With the catch, it's Singleton. Finding some room. Smashes ahead. The 30. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Tigers! And the punishment has been extended.
And that's 3 touchdowns in 2 games. Just continuing to find the end zone, continuing to make plays. This guy is on pace for a great season. He's putting the college football world on notice.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a huge play in the passing game, covering 67 yards to the end zone. He'll bring it out. It's Morris. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Indiana comes out ready to get this drive underway. Unless you have somebody ready to do his best Tom Brady impression, down 28-3 is no fun, and they have to get something going right now. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. That's caught. It's Marsh. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To throw, it's Hoover. Grab near the marker, it's Preston. Ripping through the defense. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
Reads it, fires complete. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, and speed. It kills you. If guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense completely on their heels. Now they're all the way backed up against their own goal line.
Just 3 points on 3 previous red zone trips. The idea is to punch it in this time. Trying to bully their way in. Could not find a hole. This defense clogging up everything. It's 3rd and goal.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
Trying to get it in. Touchdown, Hoosiers! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
And the extra point cuts the lead to 28-10. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be knocked down. So here comes the Auburn offense. They still have a cushion, but you don't want to feed that hope with unproductive drives. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy.
We've seen this guy have tons of success. He had over 100 yards right before that run, but defense gets the better of him there. Nice job of adjusting up front. Good job being physical.
Throws it deep. Upstairs to make the catch. Got it out across the 50-yard line and not stopped until he brought it to the 47. That big explosive play carries them into plus territory. They'll snap it 1st and 10 from just across the 50. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him.
And it's really nice to have a workhorse running back that you know you can feed and get productive gain after gain. Now over 100 yards. You've already got some separation on the scoreboard. I would continue to feed this workhorse.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Nice play by the defense, but now is a time they've got to be more consistent. They allowed this running back to go off in that first half, and moving forward now, they've got to try and take this running back away.
Brown will throw it. Escapes the pressure to his right. Bought a little time, lets it go. He'll fire back across his body, and it's intercepted. He'll try to take it back. He's at the tip. Touchdown, Indiana! And they turn it into a defensive score. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And they make the extra point to draw closer. It's 28-17. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. The give on the counter. Hard running there. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Brown wants to pass. Under fire. And down he goes.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast, he's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
They've got him then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Finds a man on the right. They finally get to him, and what a play there to pick up the first down. That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. They've built it pushing. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
They've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
Second down, he'll throw it. Here's the pressure. He'll pull it down. He's knocked down short gain, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
The Tigers come to the line needing just inches for the first down. Brown will throw it. Under fire. And the third down pass is incomplete.
I think in this situation after that incompletion, 4th and short on your side of the field, the smart play is to punt it away and trust your defense.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Trying to keep this drive alive. He didn't make it. They'll have to give up the football, and hope is still alive.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they went for it, but when you're up by a couple scores, I think you're just kind of free and like, hey, let's keep scoring points. Let's keep the offense out there. Let's keep the accelerator on, and I guess, hey, who cares? We're not going to lose anyways.
They try to get it outside on the left. Might have a chance. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
And this is a really good job of getting on the perimeter so quickly. When you run these tosses, you get away from the big boys. And when you got speed in the backfield, let them do the rest, right? Flip it to them. Let them get outside. Let them run the football, make a big gain. When you got speed at the...
Throws toward the end zone. And he needed a little bit wider field as that one falls out of bounds.
And I love the IQ by the defense on that play. Like, understand situational football. They're down by a couple scores. The clock is ticking. They need to make big plays. Nice job playing the deep ball and not giving up anything big.
Running to the left. Tackle is made right at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 4. Already in field goal range, but now trying to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Hoosiers! And the comeback is on.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a masterclass in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Auburn's offense headed out to go on the attack. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. A strike downfield, and he's down at the 41. That's a first down. They've got a first down here. Want to start its bend to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Right down the middle. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
So now it's second and long. Brown wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. Slips one guy, now he's loose. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Indiana! The defense putting points on the board.
So much pressure on this defense just to get a stop on this drive. They were trailing, but after that turn of events and the interception, they've now got the lead. And remember, they're going to have to come right back on the field. They've got to be able to refocus themselves. But what a play.
They're going to go for two here and try to extend that lead to a field goal. He'll set up to throw. And he snatches it and comes down in the end zone for the two.
You know, teams practice two-point plays all throughout the week and all throughout the year for situations like that. You need two to make it a three-point game so your opponent can only tie now with a field goal. Great job of execution.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. So they just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive. Now to put something together to go back on top late. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
Brown will throw it. Looking down the middle. And that one's incomplete.
And you want consistency from your quarterback, man. You don't want the up and down. You don't want the roller coaster. And last week, man, you had the highs of highs. And now this week, just off. He's all over the place. He's not completing the ball at a high percentage. And you just want to find some middle ground and some consistency so this offense can find out exactly who they are and build it consistent.
And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
Things just not going as easy for this guy as they did his last game out. Last time he completed over 70% of his throws. This week, though, defense taking some throws away. They've made some plays. He just hasn't been quite spot on with his accuracy. He's going to have to play better.
They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. They take over, holding this slim lead, and a drive right here sure would be nice. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5.
And the running back there did everything that he's coached to do, right? They've got the lead late in this game. You've got to stay in bounds. You're finding yards. It's a positive run, but you're not going out of bounds. Really well done.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll go right back to it. picks up the first down. Could be an alley. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
It's got to be tough right now on defense. You need to find a way to get a stop, and you haven't been able to do that in the fourth quarter. You've been giving up points. You just gave up a touchdown in the last drive. You need a turnover. You need to do something right now to stop this momentum.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass, it's Hoover. Right on the money. On the move at the 30. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. He was really bothered by those 2 picks he threw in that loss last week, but he's been much more comfortable, much more certain in this one.
He had the one blunder, the one mistake that he probably wishes he could have back, but did a great job rebounding from that. And listen, having that short-term memory, being able to lead, it is critical at the quarterback position.
Running inside, it's Beebe. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Auburn calls it 2nd of 3 timeouts. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Shakes off the defender. He's got it up for the first down, and that ought to put a bow on this one.
This is a pretty easy situation for the offense right here, guys. We need one play. We need one run up front. O-line, we need you to come through for us and ice this game. They do a great job allowing that back to pick up the first.
Yeah, it's just physicality up front. The big boys creating some space because the defense knew what was going on. They have to get a stop here or this football game is over. A lot of guys near the line of scrimmage, they can't get it done, and it is over.
And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those 2 teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these 2 squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team tons of credit. They earned this one.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Paul.